Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm having problems with. Here we go. With a little IG. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the ride. I appreciate everyone for joining in. This is episode 8 of Revive and Thrive. We're so excited to be here for another Saturday afternoon. So I'm hoping that this particular topic will resonate with a lot of our audience. We thought it could be very helpful. This week, we are talking about tech trends. So, for my tech geeks out there, we finally got an episode for you. So, I want to say hello to everyone who's joining us on various platforms. Hi to everyone who's looking in from our Facebook personal pages. Hello to those who are looking in from Facebook business page Fly High NYC, as well as our IG viewers. We appreciate you. We're currently streaming live from our personal IG profiles. So thank you so much. Also, as a reminder, unfortunately, the platform we're using, they won't allow us to see your comments. So, but I look at them. We both look at our comments afterwards. So please continue if you are putting some good stuff there. Please continue to do that. Or just to let you know, we also live on YouTube. So if you go to Fly High, NYC, you can also see us live there. We're streaming live there, and you're able to put in comments that we'll see. And I hear it's a really good experience over there at YouTube. So go ahead and check it out. So we had a viewer or two tell us about the experience, and they enjoyed it. So go ahead and YouTube Fly High, NYC, and we're streaming live there as well. So I just want to thank everyone who's been riding with us for the last 2 months, and all the newbies as well. We continuously get a lot of people to opt in for notifications to really just know when we go live and hear our topics and voices. So thank you all. So let's go ahead with introductions. Hi, I'm your co-host, KG.
And I am Tamika Elaine. Good morning or afternoon, everyone.
Yes, good. Yeah, I mixed that up too. Good afternoon on
I
this.
know it still feels like the day's just starting. Oh
Woo,
gosh.
it does. It does. It's been a day so far. And on this another rainy, we can't get a break for a week in New York. Goodness, you're gonna wait till the weekend. So, but we're gonna liven it up and brighten your day because we're talking about tech trends, apps, and gadgets for a productive life. Last week we had a great conversation about what to do to NYC, but today we're going to go and talk about how to make your life a little bit more productive and also fun. It could be fun too. You know, a lot of tech, new tech kind of, I know a lot of people like new tech. We also encourage everyone to put in some messages and comments if anything resonate with you or if you have any tips for some cool tech gadgets that may appeal to other people. So let's go ahead, TE or Tamika Lane. Let me ask you, our first segment, we're going to talk a little bit about productivity apps. So, everyone is glued to their smartphones. Now, can you share some of the top productivity apps that are actually worth the space they take up, girl? Can you?
It's so funny that we're talking about this. As busy women, we're constantly juggling so many different tasks, whether it is, work. Some of us, like us, we have our own business, and you got to keep up with the kids and their activities. So, in terms of productivity apps, finding apps that focus on task organization and also time management could be very useful for us. I know back in the day, well, I think the first one that I heard about was Todoist. I haven't used it, but it's pretty popular amongst the task organization apps. It's pretty robust, and you get a lot with the basic level of service because some of these apps, as you may guess, are not free. So for me, it's ideal to find something that I can get the most value on the basic level before having to invest. Pretty much for myself right now, I just organize my tasks in Google, just adding tasks, but it's pretty limited. I don't know if anyone else uses any kind of task management system, but in Google, it'll just put it as like a 30-minute block. You can set a reminder for when you want it to start, but a lot of the apps on the market have much more robust features.
Mm.
There's two that I want to highlight. So AkiFlow or KaiFlow, AKI Flow. It combines task management as well as like your calendar. You can time block, plan your schedule, and you can also import tasks from other apps, which is one of the appeals, right? So you'll able to use it with Google Calendar or Outlook, import events and meetings, and then it also allows you to layer and collect tasks from other popular tools that some people may use, like Slack or Notion or ClickUp. Those are more like project management type of apps. So the appeal for this one is that it helps you to consolidate everything from multiple areas into one dashboard, right? So you don't have to switch between apps. So I think that's a very good like appeal for this app. But as far as costs, monthly it's $34.99, and then yearly it's 19 per month. So there's some costs there. Now, in comparison, another app that's pretty similar to that is called TickTick. This one made me laugh because it reminds me of TikTok, but it's called TickTick. And it also combines a timeline, meaning like task management, calendar, boards from other apps, and even habit tracking, which I'll talk about a little later. But this one has it's a lower price of $3.99 a month, or around $36.99 per year to use it. And it's one that I think that I may check out just to see,
Oh,
just to experiment with. It seems it has a pretty nice, a sleek user interface. It looks pretty intuitive, so I think I'll try to check that one out. Now, in terms of habit trackers, this is something I personally probably could benefit from, though I'm not sure if I would actually use it because I actually set some reminders for today and I saw them pop up. It said I had two activities and I just ignored them and went about my morning. So but I know that I am pretty horrible when it comes to taking any type of like medication, supplement, anything that I have to do routinely each day. So I'm gonna try to see if this will help. Currently, I just put on I have alarms. So
yeah.
for me to take, whatever I need to take throughout the day. But what I find with that, I just often dismiss those two. I
Mhm.
snooze, dismiss. So I think where the habit tracker could come in, can be more useful is that there's some that will actually, first of all, they'll provide like a system where they kind of like graphically tell you how well you did. So if you're somebody who gets like motivated by seeing your performance, right? So
Yeah.
that may help. I thought about you with this, KG. So I think that that's probably the benefit, so that you can track your progress and get some type of like notification or even like gold star for doing well. Um, so on iOS, the one that's most popular is called Streaks.
Oh.
And for Android, the one that's more popular is called Habit Now. So I would suggest those two for folks who are looking for some type of way to just track habits. So what about you, KG? Like, what do you do to try to keep up with your life to be productive? I know you have a lot going on. How do you keep track of what's on your plate?
Girl, see, yes, I have a lot going on now. I'm a very structured person, but I admit one of the things I need to work on is my organization, and I like technology, but for whatever reason I don't utilize it. So I'm going to come back to you for recommendations, but what I currently use, I feel someone used to call me a grandma, and I feel like a grandma because I use the bare minimum. Like for my life, I need Google Calendar. I know everybody uses that, but I need to put everything on that calendar and see because I'm becoming forgetful. For like business purposes, oh my god, if I didn't have Canva like to create different things work for business purposes, from posters to whatever, or even aiding in ads, oh my god, that is such a great tool to just make things easier. Of course, Google Drive, and a couple of AI things that I use all the time. Jasper for business marketing, writing. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite tools and well worth the money. I think it's like around $250 to $300 a year. Everybody know about Chat GPT. I do like it. I don't love it. I like it. But as far as some recommendations of the different apps that I came across that I haven't used yet, I'm going to be totally open and honest. I thought something was a little bit like on the AI front that was kind of interesting. It's called Google Bard. I never heard of this, but apparently it's trying to give Chat GPT a run for its money, honey. So it's saying that it's a better chat box, AI chat box, is more well rounded. And it can provide a lot of more consistent information versus Chat GPT. So, in my understanding, it's $0. So, Chat GPT, there is a free version of Chat GPT. So, apparently, this is supposed to be more supreme than Chat GPT. So, you can go, let me know anyone that's out there that use this. Do you recommend this or not? Another productivity tool that I came across, which I found interesting, kind of like in your lane, Tamika Lane, in terms of what you were saying, like kind of like in a to-do list, whatever. I like this app, and it's highly rated by PC Magazine, and it's called Asana. So it's a collaboration and communication tool. It could be utilized in business or personal. So you could use it within teams as well as personal life. And I thought what really stuck out for me is how you can use it with family. So you can put forward family to-do lists and things like that. And I'm just thinking, maybe this is something I could utilize with my son and I, that, we have it on this app, and, he utilizes his tablet. Maybe he can, and it's free as well. So just letting you know that. So yeah, like in this front, I am not the best. So girl, you got any recommendations for me to get me on track?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking for you, TickTick, because it combines
Yeah.
all three, like habit tracking as well as the calendar, and you can import your Google Calendar in there. And then also,
Oh,
I know you like to write your notes
yeah.
down,
Old
so
school.
you
Yeah.
can I'm gonna say, instead of writing those notes, you can try to get accustomed to just put it in the tracker or in the app, and then see
Okay.
how it aligns with what you have on your calendar. Some of these apps are even smart enough to do have AI components to it,
Okay.
that they can kind of move tasks around for you to the best part of your day. Now, those are more premium, but I think with, like, say, TickTick, you can try that as like a starter area to get into it. And
It's
just going back to what you mentioned about Google Bard, it's now Gemini. Like, it's now rebranded as Gemini.
oh, see,
Yeah,
I
I
got
just wanted
old
to mention, because I know
information.
some people might be like, it just clicked to me. I'm like, yeah, that's what they rebranded it as. And I've been seeing a lot of comparisons, as you say, where depending on, I guess, whatever you're trying to use it for. Because I reviewed a Chat GPT versus Gemini, I guess, evaluation, and in that particular one, Gemini came out as far as being better, sort of like what you said, but just by like 2 points. So it wasn't like
Okay.
significantly better, but yeah,
Okay.
it's just so many of them on the market. It'll be interesting to see going forward, where things net out.
And see, that's why we work so well together, Tamika. Like, she live checked me on the live, like, girl, you are wrong, giving this raw information. Let
Oh
me
my
just
goodness.
I love it though. I love it though. That's what good partners do. But quick question, Tick Tick, is that spelled Tick or Tic?
Yes, TICK.
Okay, awesome.
I see one comment here from Sherm discussing habits. Actual habits are hard to break. Let's see, habits are usually things we like to do, even if it's a bad habit. So having a tracker is one thing, not ignoring the tracker is another. Definitely, because someone like me just is like, okay, tracker, I'll get back to I'll get back to you.
So that's what I want to know. I don't know if you know, Tamika, like, because other than an alarm, like, how is it going to like really like, okay, you better do this? Does it just keep alarming? Like, I don't know how that's gonna really change a habit though. That's one. I guess that's the old school.
That's why I say it's really about what motivates you, I would guess,
Yeah.
right? Like if seeing, oh man, I did 30 days of this straight, and if that's something you need to see. Me, I have no idea where I am in terms of, doing the things I need to do. And I don't know if it'll help me if I'm like, Dad, Tamika, you could at least put some effort into this. I don't know. I haven't used one, but I may check it out and see.
Okay.
It would be interesting to hear the perspective of someone who does use them to see how it does help them.
Okay. Yeah. All right, girl.
So our next segment is gadgets that make life easier. KG, are there any gadgets that you feel like are helping us busy women manage our tasks or just make life easier? Like,
Okay. Okay. I guess because I'm old school, but okay. So I personally have not used any of these gadgets that I'm about to talk about, but they're so interesting. I would love to, kind of just update my life with them or gadgets like them. So I'm going to talk about gadgets in three key areas. Example of gadgets in three key areas: wellness. I love wellness, smart home devices, as well as some high tech to aid in healthy habits. I know we were just talking about habits. I think, there are examples of good technology that can aid in healthy habits. Sherm just said a good blender. That is the truth. I have a Vitamix that is necessary, but it's probably something even better than a Vitamix by now. But that's not on my list. But what I have on my list, the first item is a Ember temperature control smart mug. So and I know I talked about in our earlier episode about drinking tea, and there's a lot of holistic teas out there that can just make your body just a lot healthier, as well as there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there as well. So I thought this was kind of cool. Again, it may already be well known, but I thought it was kind of cool to have a temperature controlled mug so you can actually sip on whatever you're drinking at the temperature you want throughout the day. So it stays at that temperature. I just think that's really kind of cool. And it's not super duper expensive either, and you can get it from Amazon. If anyone cares, maybe in a couple of days or so we can put together maybe a link if you like any of these objects. I know we're not showing it. If there's any interest, we can possibly put a link out there for you all. But my next gadget I thought was really cool, especially because a lot of people, go through seasonal depression. And just for those who are not aware what that is, when we hit the fall and winter months, and luckily we're getting away from them, at least on the East Coast, and I'm sure other areas of the world, it gets dark so early. So a lot of people seep into this depression because it's so dark and things like that. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's called a TheraLight Aura Bright Light Therapy Lamp. So this lamp actually mimics natural light that we receive from the sun. So you can put that on your your table, whatever, and as it shines on you, it can help alleviate any depression that's due to the darkness that we're seeing because of the season. So I thought that could be cool for the mental health aspect. So I didn't know anything like that existed. I know there were lamps, but I didn't know there was one that actually mimics the sun's rays, and it's not it's not going to burn you up. So there's that's important. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. So going to the home gadgets. I thought something was cool having, and again, like I said, I could be, maybe a grandma. I didn't know this existed either, but it's a smart Wi-Fi plug slim with energy monitoring. So basically, it's a smart plug that you can turn anything that plugs into the wall, whether it's like a lamp, a space heater, a humidifier, whatever, even a Christmas tree, and if you put it into this connected device, you could control it from your phone. Like, so I thought that was cool. And but also about it is that you could it supports any third-party integrations like smart home. What is that thing called? That the Google Home, whatever. You can work with them. It goes by voice commands, and you can also monitor like the power usage of all of the appliances, which I think is kind of
Oh,
cool.
that's interesting. Yeah,
it does it all, and it doesn't break the bank, so to say, because it's believed the apologies, but we're talking about at $40. But then again, I guess you're gonna have to buy quite a few of them. So yeah, $39.99. So some people say it's expensive. That's actually one of the cons, but there's so many pros. It generates energy reports with estimated costs. It works with voice controls, lots of integration options, and it's compact in size. I was like, oh, this is cool. So I just wanted to throw that out there as an option from the home decor area. And also, I just want to say one thing for all my animal lovers out there in the home decor space. I love and adore dogs, and I love all animals. So if you are a pet mom or dad, of course there are monitoring. What do you call it? Like a little cameras for them. But some of these cameras can also, like when you're out the house, you can communicate with your cat and dog, but it can also dispense food and snacks to them. You can even do like ruff and meow sounds in their own language and stuff through this. So I thought that was kind of cool. And it's a great way for you to interact with your pet kids and your fur babies. Lastly, I'll just go into the high tech to aid in healthy habits. So I thought this was cool. This is something I would actually buy. It's an infrared blanket. So it helps like infrared. It uses red light typically, and it benefits. It's kind of like you can utilize it like a sauna at home, and you wrap yourself in this blanket. It helps burn calories. So it helps detoxify, it increase your blood flow, which is great. Like if you put it on your head, blood flow in your head. It could also help with hair growth and things like that, but also throughout your body, it helps you move better. It's awesome. It improves your sleep. So if you're having problems with sleeping, this can help. And it also helps with recovery, all while laying down. So recovery like from exercise and stuff. So this aids in you to continue to exercise. No, I'm in pain. No, you throw in that infrared blanket and then you'll be okay for a period of time. Now, it's a little pricey.
I was going to say, I was wondering, I was waiting for you. Like, what's the price on that?
It's an investment for your health, people. So it's about $700. But
oh my gosh, really?
No, infrared. Wow. I don't have this blanket, but I have a strip infrared that I wrap around my body before I go do workouts. I wrap around my midsection. It helps with burning fat. So it was pricey too, but it's only a small area because it's the technology that is causing it to be so expensive. So imagine a whole blanket and you getting it all over your body. So yeah, $700.
How do you know it works? Like, I mean,
I do. Well, for me, the one that I use and I wrap it around like my back and stuff. Like, I do exercise a lot and everything, but there's certain areas that, just me, I like, I have this little like love handle on my right side. That's like it's so hard. Girl, when I started rapping, it just started going away. So it's like I
Oh,
did my exercise with that. It burned, whatever, 20 minutes. You let it stay. You can also put it on your stomach. I don't really put it on my stomach. And I don't really, it's just my back that, anyway.
yeah,
It's a whole
that's
mental
your
thing.
focus area.
That's
Okay.
my focus
Yeah.
area. So anyway, so yeah, I know that works. And they do that in a lot of spas too, like the sauna and everything, but it doesn't work if you don't do it a lot. So you should have something like that at home. So that was my little piece. So I put it on one area of my back and then take it off and put it on another area of my back. And then if I have time, I put it on my stomach. So that's 20, 40, that's an hour, so yeah, it works. I mean, at least the company
Okay.
I use, it works. So I'm guessing this is good. As well, $700. It better be.
It better be, exactly. And I see Chambers said, I know red light therapy is very beneficial, so I assume this is supposed to work the same way. You did say that the blanket is red light therapy. Is
Yeah, it
that
has
correct?
infrared
Mhm.
therapy here. So yeah, and again, it really, you can put it all over your whole body. So that is awesome. I definitely would look into that. Like that little strip, I think I paid maybe 350. So it's not cheap, but it's cheaper than 700.
Right.
So yeah. But okay, so the last thing I will touch upon, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot. I think another tech that aid in healthy habits is this cryotherapy or cold therapy compress. So just to know, this is a gadget that combines ice and compression technologies to help speed up recovery, reduce inflammation, and soothe pain from injuries as well as exercise. So that I think that's cool. I have something like that, and I'm bad. I don't use it, but it really helps if you do research on cryotherapy, CRYO therapy. You'll see that it really does well with you. And this particular one is about $59.99. So it's a little bit more less expensive than the infrared blanket.
So I guess, is that an alternative, I guess? Because I've seen people, don't they typically like just go into like ice? I don't know. I've seen stuff
Yeah,
online where people are doing cryotherapy and they're like
yeah.
submerged or whatever.
Yeah, if
So
you
this
want to
is,
submerge your whole body in the tub, that's the same thing. If you have a whole tub
yeah,
of ice, it's the same sort of therapy. But it's really good for you. But I have to admit, I'm terrible with that. I prefer heat over
yeah.
cold, and I just do any heat focused therapy. I'm terrible with cold focused therapy, but it is definitely a value add to your body recovery if you use it appropriately.
I think those are great gadget
Oh,
ideas.
thank
Yeah, those are
you.
very interesting. I don't know if anyone out here, I mean, these I think became pretty popular. The ear tags for Apple folks and tile trackers. I think those work on both iOS and Android.
Oh,
Basically, gadgets to help you keep track of your items, right? Like you attach
okay.
them to them, and then your phone, you have an app so you can see where the location is. And it's so funny because I have a friend that used that to find his keys, his car keys, when they couldn't
Oh,
find them, and they were like in the street somewhere, and he was able to track it through the app
what's the
and
name
go
of
back
the
and
app
find
again?
them. So
What is the app again?
I was like, wow. Yeah,
Oh,
so
we
I think
got
that's something I might get some of those too as well to help me.
yeah.
But what about like if you had a choice to invent a gadget,
Oh,
KG, what would yours be, or what kind of function would it serve to help you in your life?
oh, hands down. If I can find a gadget that can cook, woo! Cook, yes. I can do the dishes, but yeah, someone can cook or something can cook. I lay out all the food and it'll cook for me. That's one thing I do. I do cook. I do cook throughout the week, but I don't enjoy it. What about
Right,
you,
right.
girl?
That's so funny. I mean, I guess I'm kind of along the same lines, more so like chores, right? So I was thinking back to what was her name on the Jetsons? Rosie, right? Like if
Yes, can we get to that point already? Like 50 years or whatever.
I'm like, like, if I can have a Rosie. So yeah, she would
Oh,
cook too and take care of all my cleaning, especially
ooh.
mopping because I hate mopping. So
Wow.
oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be ideal.
Oh, girl. Well, okay. So now we talked about gadgets and apps. Let's move to automation, girl. So Tamika Lane, automation is everywhere. But do you think
Right.
it's making our lives genuinely more productive, or are we just becoming lazier? What
It's
do you
so
think?
interesting because automation, you touched upon it earlier with the AI. Even at work, like we are being asked to find ways to use AI to help automate certain processes that we do. Whether it's like video editing, there's certain tools where the team has been using that.
Oh, nice.
And again, like project management, research. And I thought about it as far as like, for me, on a basic level, on a day to day, I always struggle with what to cook, like throughout the week, because I like, I like different things. So I even use it to just create like a weekly menu, just give me some ideas of what to make for dinner.
Oh,
Yeah, just put it in a
ooh.
query. And it came back with pretty good results, and then just narrowing it down with like the things that I don't eat and whatnot. So I think using AI to help make certain things easier, even like writing resumes, there are a couple cool AI tools to help you with that. And some of you guys may notice that, and I think KG, you may have mentioned this, you'll see that uh, business folks or entrepreneurs are using AI a lot to automate their social media, right? Like their posts and
Yeah.
responses to commenters and things like that. So it's really come a long way to help just make everyone more productive. So I don't think it's that we're becoming lazier. That process already started when just using more technology. It's just to make life easier. So I don't know. I'm a proponent of it.
Yeah. I'm definitely for it. I apologize. My son is home and I don't know if
So
you
I
heard
see
that.
Jason said AI to his phone can translate this conversation to French in real time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I think Miss Grandma knew about that. Yeah. I think that's really good, especially when you're traveling around.
Mhm.
I'll just like feed whatever words in. But as far as automation, I need to utilize it more. But one thing we use for automation is, I will say, StreamYard. So this is a platform that we use to be able to stream simultaneously to like various designations. So I love that. It makes it easy. Other I'll give two more example of automation tools. One that I found that seemed interesting. Again, I never use these two tools, but it's called IFTTT or TTT.
Yeah. If this then that, I think that's what it's.
Yeah. Excuse me. They said the correct way of saying it. It has to rhyme with gift, so it's ift. So you don't
Oh,
say
okay.
IFTTT. Whatever. Okay. It's if with three T's. Okay. And it's if this, then that. So it's a website and mobile app that you use you can create custom automations, and you can do this like in your personal life. So you could create a sequence, like for example, if someone tags you in a photo in Facebook, then you can create a automation to automatically save a copy of that said photo in a Dropbox or something. So you can just create different commands that will automatically just make your life easier on a personal level. So, and that's $0. So that could be something that could be interesting to people out there if they really care that much for, but that was just one example. I'm sure you could use something that you can use it for other things that's a lot more valuable to your existence. But there's also another automation tool called Zapier, and apologies if I'm mispronouncing it, but a lot of people use this more on a business level. It really comes to, and it's highly rated by PC Magazine, and it makes a lot of your work just simply happen. So it's an online tool. You can create it again. If the more the focus is on a business, so you can create a command like every time a customer purchases an item from my website, create a task for the fulfillment team and add the customer's small address to the mailing list and send the customer a confirmation message. So it just makes your life, your business life, more easier, so you can focus on things that are more important, like strategy and whatever else. So yeah, so these are some automation tools, and in terms of price, it starts at per month, $30 per month. So obviously there are different levels, so you can likely pay more for that kind of service. But it sounds like something that could be really good to make your life a little easier on a business front. So that is some examples of automation.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much out there in terms of just helping, especially for entrepreneurs, make things help us to kind of manage our tasks more easily while we focus on the bigger picture. So those are great, KG.
Awesome.
But one important area now, everyone's online, cybersecurity. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something that we definitely need to be mindful of. Making sure our digital life is secure without being like a tech expert. So,
Yeah.
do you have any tips for us in terms of what we should be doing, just how to maintain just security for our information?
Yeah, sure. So, I admit, well, maybe I shouldn't admit that I'm not the greatest because I don't know who watching. I mean, I'm the
Yeah, I was
great
about to
at it.
say
I'm
you
real
don't want
good
to
at
say
this.
that. You don't want to say that one thing.
I'm the best, so don't try me. Okay, but some tips will be, and I got something that's it's probably like, okay, this is elementary, but a lot of people don't always do these things. So I'm going to say it. Strong and unique passwords. There's people who will there are people that will just utilize like, oh, this is my pet name and that's it, and not add a number underscore something. So let's create these strong and unique passwords, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, special characters. Okay, that will help. Another tip is enabling two-factor authentication. So I know for all the IG users, they're forcing us to do this via an app. Via an app called Duo. But actually Duo is pretty, I mean, it's cool. It's annoying. I mean, to me it's annoying. But I understand just being able to enable that extra layer of security to your online accounts. And you'll just have to enable another verification method. So yes, like I said, it's annoying, but it's great. So you won't get hopefully your different profiles hacked. You don't want that. So something as simple, another tip is just making sure that whatever software you're using, keeping them updated. So sometimes we may say, oh, I don't feel like updating now. You keep pausing or later. Well, guess what? These hackers are like, oh, good. You keeping it on the old version. It's easier for them to manipulate it and getting your information.
I
So
think that's a great tip, because I even right now, I think one of my browsers is waiting for me to to click that update. So sometimes I can be kind of horrible with that and forget about my phone apps. I'm like, yeah, I don't update them regularly. So I usually go and I'm like, okay, let me
yes,
update
she
this
does.
one.
You just joking. You better not try it. Okay. but
I need to be better with that.
yeah, so yeah. I know people a lot of people who aren't good at that, but that's cool. So just try to be more aware. Also, something as simple as securing your home Wi-Fi network. A lot of people when they get their Wi-Fi, and I say, I don't know, from a cable company, it comes with a password, so people just don't change it. Don't do that. Actually
Mm.
change it and update it. Something as simple as that can make you be in a more secure environment. Also, something as simple as regularly backing up your data, going into WhatsApp and different apps and just backing it up, like your phone photos and stuff, just backing it up. Because you never know, you could lose your phone or, whatever. You don't want to lose that valuable information. So always back up your data on a consistent basis. Maybe do it every week. Um, be wary of public Wi-Fi networks, and this is something I do too because I'm always like, "Ooh, I want to get on the Wi-Fi." Wherever, if I'm not in my place, I'm always want to get on someone else's Wi-Fi. But be wary of that because there's hackers is like, "Yeah, get on this Wi-Fi," and it'll be easier for those hackers to go into your information. Also, just using a virtual private network, a VPN, it provides an extra layer of security by encrypting your internet traffic and masking your IP address. And that is especially useful if you use a lot of public Wi-Fi networks. So just doing those things and protecting your personal information, safeguarding your information. One thing I know a lot of people, especially in the Facebook area, you may get messages from people like, click this link, click here. Don't click those links. You don't know these people. Stop clicking erroneous links. It's just an easy way for people to go in and get your information, your personal information. Ignore these weird messages. Don't be nosy and stop clicking links. That can also help you as well. So those are some of the tips I have on the cybersecurity front.
Those are great. And I mean, we've been getting those weird messages from Fly High. And first I was like,
Yes.
what's going on? Your account is about to be suspended or whatever. And I'm like, is this for real or what? But then it's a different person each time.
Yeah.
So
Someone
yeah,
from
it's
India. I think they're from India. They're saying that our business account is about to be like Tamika Lane suspended if we don't do this and that or click this link here. And I just ignore it. I'm like, this don't even look like Facebook. Even though they try to put like a Facebook little logo icon, like you ain't fooling me. But yes, please everybody be vigilant out there.
one thing
Don't fall
I
for that
feel like
okey doke.
I there was a point in time where I felt like I was noticing just friends on social media being hacked really, really frequently. So I haven't seen that lately. You could tell when it starts posting like weird stuff, and you're like, oh, that person's been hacked, right? Like,
Yeah.
so maybe, these companies are doing more on their end to prevent those types of things from happening. Because I haven't really been noticing it, but those are great tips, KG.
Awesome. Thank you, Tamika Lay. Well, I think this was I know it's a little step away from the fun episodes, but we're a balanced talk. We want to be able to provide fun, but also some useful tips for everyone. Tamika Lay, you have any last thoughts on the subject?
No last thoughts. I just think, hopefully if you guys try any of these, let us know. I know there's some that I may look into to try to help be more organized in my own life. So
Me too. I need to. But okay, everyone. Well, this is the end. But before we go, I have to say, this is the eighth episode. So by now, you already know. Fly High it really wants people to have a great well-being and great and feeling great, looking great. But we also can provide that assistance via our NYC photo shoot, flying dress photo shoot services. So just note that we are here and we're here for you. You can always schedule a consult. But I do want to hint we have something extremely special going on next week where you'll be seeing a lot more Tamika and Lane and I.
yes.
So it's going to be, it'll allow you there'll be instances where you can sign up for VIP services and things like that, but there's more to come. We're going to hint, but you're going to be seeing a lot of us next week. Hopefully you won't be sick of us, but it's going to be fun and it's going to be a great way for you to also be better about yourself and a little something about our special offer we have. But I don't know, Tamika, did I do a good job? Is there something you want to add?
You always do a great job, KG.
That's what I love my partner. I love my business partner. She's the greatest. But that's it from us. If there's nothing else, please continue to join in next week. Again, you're gonna be seeing a lot of us. You're gonna be seeing a lot of our posts. Please, we appreciate all the people who support us. Please continue to do so, and we'll be seeing you a lot more next week, guys. Thank you for joining this episode.
Thanks, Jason. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.